What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you to whoever was able to hop on for an impromptu stream here. Let's see. Why are we so bright? Oh, you know why we're bright? It's because all my monitors are lit up over here. Well, hello, though. Happy Saturday. You didn't come for the coloring anyways. That's all right. You know, it's the middle of winter here. We're finally starting to break out of it. There. Well, that's fine. It's fine. All right. Let's dive right in. It's great to see Python, Pat here. I know Proparachi's lingering around here. There he is. See, I knew it. I just knew it. Appreciate you guys. All right, let's jump right in. Whoops, we'll go with the one like that. How's that look? That looks okay. All right, there we go. Let's take a look at some plays. This Jalen Johnson play has been popping up every single time, and you can kind of see why. This 9.5 line he's been hovering at. I know we hit him somewhere around here, I want to say, that we were betting on it. And then I kind of stayed away because his line and everything kind of started to creep up. I don't love betting shooting guard rebounds, shooting guards, point guards, that kind of thing, guys that are farther away from the basket. But Jalen Johnson has absolutely shown that he is a guy that is kind of the what's the word? He's the he's not, doesn't follow the rules. He's the I'm blanking right now. What's wrong with me? He is, oops, let me save it. He is the exception to the rules. There it is. Thank you. Mishka, Pishka. So that's what I was thinking. This is an interesting one. What I do like about this a lot is I love that the confidence score has an 81% on it. This confidence gap is massive. So guys, I know we got a lot of the Discord fam in here, so I'll just talk to you guys directly, and hopefully this is helpful to other people. But I've been trying to, and we're going to set up in the dashboard a way to start tracking this. I want to start tracking the gap here because essentially it's even one step better than the edge. So the edge is like, where's your plus EV? Where's your positive expected value from sportsbook to sportsbook? And you can use it and go in here and you can do something like, if you really want to use it, I would do something like, so my, what is it? Bet MGM. Where's Bet MGM? They're one of the weaker books. Oh, there they are right there. So what you could do is you could do Bet MGM and then do something like a plus EV. So if you want to bet this plus EV, you do an edge, move it up over the confidence score here. There we go. And just apply it. And now you're going to see, oh, the Bet MGM apparently doesn't have a lot of lines here. Wow. Okay. Maybe they're not a great option for this. How about we do Caesars and DraftKings? Let's see. Okay, so there's a big edge over there if you play this on DraftKings, and basically that's just between one and these other books. But what I wanted to show you, and I don't know if I'll be able to right now, is what you can do is FanDuel is one of the sharper books for player props, if not the sharpest book. So you could use this, and you could have your book up here. Over here, best odds, the book you selected. So we had Caesars or DraftKings. Caesars or DraftKings, excuse me, is a plus 105 on the points and rebounds higher than 7.5. And you can go through here and you're seeing FanDuel's down to 6.5, a sharper book. No edge here, really. I mean, because what I wanted to use is I wanted to use FanDuel as our gauge. And since FanDuel is now at a different line, actually, this should be popping up at 6.5 here. So I'll have to look at that and see why it's not. But anyways, look at that. Look at him with his, what's that? What does he got there? A headband? A headband in that photo? So what you could do though is what I was going to try to show you is you could have your book up here and you could compare it to FanDuel as your barometer there. Now, obviously, if FanDuel doesn't offer the line, that doesn't work. Let's go ahead and clear this out. I don't have a ton of basketball plays. I'm going to echo Proparachi. Proparachi really liked Scotty Barnes' assists, right? I'm going to pull up Proparachi's play here. Was it assists? I think it was Scotty Barnes' assists. Let's go ahead and search for this here. Let's take a look right now. Scotty Barnes assists. 6.5 here. Yep, it must have moved up, huh? Prize Picks still has it at 6, guys. If you're on Prize Picks, that's not bad. Better has it at 6. Bovada's still at 5.5. Bovada's always slow and behind, but obviously you're not getting great odds there. Look at the head-to-head against the Lakers. Let's see. Ball dominance, 7.6. What's a good ball? Anything over 7 is good. Assist percentage, 25. What's his potential assist? 9.9 assists, or potential assists there. Excuse me. Okay, that's interesting. And His assist percentage is very, very elite. Pace up game for him in this one. And listen, Paparazzi's been on such a heater. We just go with it. Just going with it. Just going with it. Now, I'd be curious, though, if this line was at 5.5, which I think is kind of where he originally alerted it. I bet you that some of these metrics would be a little bit higher. I bet you that confidence score tips over to the 50% there if it was where he got it. Let me say good morning and what's up to everybody real quick. I'm going to slide on out of NBA if that's okay with everybody and slide on over to NHL real quick. And then once we do that, we will look at MLB real fast. All right. We're going to move quickly today because this was impromptu. And I want to make sure that we get you guys some plays because I know some of the games are already starting. Myron, good morning. Good morning. So many rebound props on guard. Same. I know that's how it goes. They're just, I mean, Jalen Johnson might be a little bit of an exception to the rule. I think he must be a very, very strong rebounder because he puts up really consistent numbers for a guard. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't like to usually, right. See, that's the thing is I think that you're looking at a guard, but quickly is out. Yep. 100% agreed. Just go with it. Agreed. Rachi needs to do a bankroll builder run. I love it. Woo. Alvarez and Quan to get a hit is even money. Yo, what's up, Mad Dog? All right, excuse me. Let's jump into this. So Jason Robinson, decent opponent goalie matchup though here. So not a huge advantage right there. But the confidence score obviously loves it. Let's click into it and see what he's done. His last game against the Sabres, he didn't have anything. Same thing with points. Pat, I'd be curious to know what you think about taking defensemen for points. Is that the same kind of thing with taking guards for rebounds, or am I overstating its value there? Like, is that not such a thing to be concerned about? I mean, because the defensemen on certain teams are probably a lot more involved in the offensive attack. Probably depends on the team itself, obviously, and the matchup they have. But I always wondered because those defensemen are the guys creeping down near the blue line. Like, are those guys we should be staying? Are those guys we should be staying away from, or are we thinking that defensemen to get points are safe? So it just depends on the defenseman. Okay, well, then we'll just use the stats and the data we've got here. Mikko Rantanen is another high confidence play right here. This was one at 0.5. His matchup time on the ice. So basically what I've been looking for, and maybe somebody like Pat who watches a lot more hockey than I do can speak to it, but kind of like minutes in basketball, I'm looking for opportunity. This game line does matter to me though, because this 5.5, a lot of times when you get really good, maybe potentially high scoring games, you're going to get this at 6.5. So right now, these are some metrics that are pretty low. This is a guy that at minus 220, I think you probably, in my opinion, could find somebody better or like an easier matchup. Like somebody like this right here. At least you've got an over-under of 6. Sebastian's been a guy that I know I've played a couple of times this year. Look at the opponent's save percentage at 0.878. That's really strong. Time on the ice per game is really solid. That's good. All the things that we're going to be looking for, he's got them. He's also going to be, what was his power play time on ice? I was going to say that's almost good, like the good metric or whatever, but 2.9 is still good. It's above average. So this is one that I think is an interesting play right there. So you could go through, and I've got a bunch of plays saved over here. I think that bug still exists, but you could go through and put him with Trevor Zegras. That's another guy I was looking at that I think is an interesting play today. Put Sebastian and Trevor together in a little 2-man, and you're going to be at plus odds or something like that. Oh, what is up? We got Mad Dog here. Defenseman can get the assists. We're de-genning early. Hits, runs, and RBIs. I think we got to go there. I think we got to go to hits, runs, and RBIs next. All right, so that's hockey. That's hockey in a nutshell. Hits. Let's go to hits, runs, and RBIs. Let's look at some unders too. There were some really, really good unders on the board this morning. I don't know if you guys saw them. Really good unders though this morning. So I don't know if they're there anymore. These pitcher unders were really, really nice. No, I don't want that. I don't want, what is it? Minus 175. These under home run bets. We're going to get those cleared out. Can I get rid of Dabble? How do I get rid of Dabble in here? Well, you know what we'll do? We'll just go in and we'll sort by, let's look at a pitcher play specifically. Pitcher strikeouts. There we go. We'll just do that. All right. So pitcher strikeouts, minus 4.5, Zach Gallen. I'm curious to see 4.5, minus 154. What else we've got? Minus 175. Yeah, it's moved quite a bit. This was like, I want to say it was like a minus 140 or whatever this morning. BetMGM, soft book right there. Great play. Soft book right there. What is up, Juan? I see you, buddy. Appreciate you. Yes, I think this is a great play. He's averaged only 2.8 strikeouts on the season. You're getting into 4 games now. So now this will be his 5th game. Oops, I didn't mean to remove it. Let's take a look at, again, I'm kind of too close to the mic. Let me slide over here. Let me look at his innings. What did I hit? There we go. So he's pitched a normal amount of innings. I mean, even if he gets, so he hasn't pitched 6 this year, but even if he gets his 6, yeah, I'm not really concerned. Even those couple of games where he's had it, that was all last year. Look what he's done this year. In his 1 game, he pitched 6 innings. It didn't matter. He only had 2. Yeah, this was the play I found this morning, and I was real happy about this one. I feel really good about it. Listen, all we can do is find the best plays with an edge, which you're getting right here, 6.1%. Now, I know it's on Dabble. I'd be curious. I think you have to parlay that, right, Pat? You've got to put that with something else on Dabble. But this morning, this was playable, and even a minus 140 is not terrible. It's not great, but I imagine it was better this morning when I had posted about it and put it out there. Minus 150. Yeah, you've got Dabble, and then these other ones have adjusted down to 4.5. But this confidence gap is really strong. That's what I like too. I like this confidence gap. Right now, the implied probability is more like a 61% or 60%. So we're still getting a plus 26% bonus right there. I like it a lot. So that's a good play I found. Let's see if we can find a couple other ones here. Dean Kramer went crazy on strikeouts last time. I want to see what's his outs at. 15.5. Am I thinking of somebody else? I thought Dean Kramer pitched more than 1 game this year. I swear, I thought he did. He went 5.9, so he went 15 outs. Was it 15 or did he go 16? No, he must have gone 15. Okay, so only played 1 game this year. Second start, I'm probably going to stay away from it. I think that's probably a stay away spot here. Christopher Sanchez, we know he can get strikeouts. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this one. This line is appropriately priced. Could it go over? Yeah. Could it go under? Sure. Man, Skeens under is scary to me. I get it. I know why it's looking at it and why it likes it, but I think there's probably better plays out there. Although I'm bet openly at a minus 128. That's not bad. All right, let's flip it. Let's go over here. Let's take a look at, you know what? I'm just going to use my saved stats here. So this is what I've got right now for hits, runs, and RBIs. I put out 4 plays the other day. We went 3-1. I did a 3-man parlay the other day and missed on one guy again too. So I was 2-1 that day. So yeah, I mean, these have been pretty good for me. That's the settings I'm using right now. And I'm experimenting with it. I'm just experimenting with it. So we've got implied runs. I mostly like to keep implied runs there just so it'll highlight it for me and I can see it. And that's why I've got it at the bottom. So I've got confidence score being the 3rd highest thing, opponent starter, xERA is being the 2nd highest thing. Because, and then ops versus that handed pitcher. So you know what we could do? We'll check righties and then we'll check lefties after. We'll just check the matchups. Brandon Lowe's a guy I think is in a good spot today. You could see what he's done over his last 5 games. Kind of absolutely wild. He's got a little bit of an edge against Rasmussen. Let's see. Spread, implied run total of 4.4. Park runs is a 96. So that's basically neutral. That's just under neutral. I'm not worried about that. He's got a tougher matchup though. So you do have that to consider. Maybe some of his guys, his teammates struggle to get on base, but this guy's hitting well. He's hitting really, really well right now. So, you know, the hits, runs, and RBIs has been lower, like kind of like almost like home runs where you'll see these confidence scores a little bit lower, but I'm still taking guys that are, you know, 49%, 48% because it's close. It's right there. And I want to give the confidence score some time to kind of get in tune with it and kind of get some more data ingested into the model. 3.1 implied runs here for this guy right here. Who was that? Nick Fortes. That kind of scares me off it a little bit. I mean, he's got decent head-to-head. He's going up against Skeens, who has not been the monster that we've known him to be so far. But, you know, the guy is hot. He's been playing well. So all he got to do is get 1 hit. If this was a minus 150, I'd probably consider it. Maybe even minus 145 would be nice. But, you know, this one, you're going to have to probably put it with something else. So if you guys love, actually, let me see. I think did I run the money line model now? I don't know. Actually, it did put out plays today. It didn't recap last night properly for some reason. So I checked on it this morning and then it did a recap. It went 7-6 yesterday for +1 unit. If it looks like it calculated correctly, which it does. Well, it kind of looked like it did. It did everything 1 unit. The odds are failing coming in. So I'll take a look at that. But the predictions have been good. Before that, it was like what, 5-0 and then like 9-1, something stupid. So let's see. Who does it like today? Let's take a look. Some of the highest confidence plays that it loves. The Yankees over KC. Cincinnati over Minnesota. That's a good one. Chicago. The Cubbies against the Mets. Let's see, what are some of the higher ones? Arizona over Toronto. And the Angels over San Diego, or San Diego, as some people say. Guys, do me a favor. I didn't ask once. A couple of people did. Appreciate you, Python, for doing that. But guys, hit the like button. Do me a favor. Tap the like button. Real quick, has anybody played around on the site lately? Because we've got this pretty sweet golf tool. Just want to show you guys real quick. Assumedly that this is updating nicely, which it actually does seem to be, Pat. I don't know if you've taken a look at this real quick. But real quick, before I look at a couple more plays here, this is looking pretty good. I think we've cleared out some of the issues we had with the live players and that kind of thing. We've got the matchup predictor. Matchups here are the 2-ball. So it's showing round 1. So I got to see if I can get, we got some matchups here. I'm going to have to separate it by round. But what's it doing? 32%. 58%. Okay, so 58% is the preferred. This is kind of cool, guys. So play around with this if you're into golf. I'm curious. I'll have to start setting up. Oh, here we go. That's why. Ooh, I'll have to fix that. It's a little hard to see. There we go. We got the three round 2 balls in here. So you've got some data in here. Let's see what else we got. I haven't even played around enough with everything. The props builder, whole analysis was only for the Masters, I think. Oh, I don't know what's got. Hold on. I got to scroll. I think it doesn't like this. Oh, the live leaderboard. All right, so I'll have to check that because it doesn't look like the leaderboard's grabbing scores, but it does have all the tee times and stuff. So there's this, and then there's one other thing. It says Masters is next. It's got some little hiccups, you know. All right, so this bare knuckle boxing thing I put together yesterday, and it actually smacked, guys. It kind of went crazy. Look at its accuracy from yesterday. It went 8-1. It went 8-1 on predictions. The only guy it lost was Angelo Trulio against Anthony Yost. He won by unanimous decision in the 3rd round. But otherwise, it smacked. Now, this is all in here, but it wasn't live for any of these, so it has no predictions or anything. And obviously it has nothing to show in there. But this is something I personally am going to try to dabble with a little bit. You've got the upcoming fights here that are on here. They've got one tonight. So BKFC, I haven't even looked at this page. So can I search? What's that? Here we go. Is this it for tonight? I think you could do this on betonline.ag. So I'm going to start tinkering around with this. So it's got the market. It's got like the model, which one it likes. It's got their records in here, their reach and stuff, some data. I'm going to be playing around. I won't go too much more into this because a lot of you probably do not care, but that's okay. This is something that I'm kind of starting to be interested in, just with the way UFC's been lately. And like the fights sometimes are so boring when the guys get down on the ground and just ground and pound the whole time and stuff. I got to look at some of this stuff. But yeah, so this is something I'm putting together. This is completely free. Play around with it, obviously. Hopefully you guys like it, and maybe we can really, this is true degen stuff, right? That's if we want to really dive into some truly degenerate stuff. But if that model can continue to perform that well, we might have some fun with that. Let's take a look at hits, runs, and RBIs. Do I want to look at any more overs, or do we just want to do a couple of unders? Let's see. What happens when I do under? And I want to switch my numbers here. I want to look at guys that are not hitting well. Confidence score highest to lowest. So I flip it. Okay, so we've got some guys with zeros for his ops. Why is it a 0 for him? Is it just not grabbing him, or has he not hit the ball this year? Oh, he hasn't hit the ball this year. Okay, well, that's a good place to start. Guys that are not hitting the ball. Here we go. Julio Rodriguez. Huh. Why is this hits? I'll have to look and see if that's coming in right. His ops is that low? How's he doing anything? Is his batting average really that bad? I'll have to look up Rodriguez after. I'll save it so I could. Oh, I don't know why I did that. I can just add it to my bets. Let's see. There we go. All right, so now these are some interesting ones right here. Byron Hayes, strong under. Ooh. Under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs versus Taj Bradley. Kind of juicy, but I'm going to take that one. That's not bad. If we put that with the, oh yeah, because some books already have it at 0.5. Where's FanDuel? Is FanDuel in here? BetMGM? No. Okay. You could put this together with that under for the pitcher strikeouts and have like a plus 160 or whatever. Julio starts slow every year. Perfect. Perfect. I love it then. Maybe that's a nice little two-man right there. Julio under and Ke'Bryan? Is that how you say his name? Ke'Bryan Hayes? Yeah, Python, keep or I'm sorry, Pat, keep letting me know what's going on for what's going on with the golf tool. I do want to hear. I need your feedback. We got to keep building that baby out. Well, that takes me to there. There we go. So we got all this stuff on the website. Yeah. This one's cool. This golf tool is a little bit further along than the BKFC one, but I'll go through and update that live leaderboard and stuff. I'll see what's going on with that. And we've got the odds are kind of janky because most of this stuff comes through free APIs and stuff. So I'll start adding this. I mean, if people want it, I'll start building it out. Right now, it's like it's just out there for free for anybody to use. But if people actually start wanting to use it, other than Pat and I, we'll start building this out. I mean, I like some of these unders today. I think that there's a lot of interesting spots here for guys that are not hitting the ball well. And like this one, I wouldn't play just because he's going up against a weak pitcher. Now, the weak pitcher might have only pitched one game this year, but it's still, to me, it's like, why even bother? Just take it against somebody that's going up against a strong pitcher. To me, this is one of my favorite plays on the board right here. Only an implied runs, probably, or only the 3.7 implied runs, right? So they're not going to score a lot. Vegas doesn't think they're going to score a lot. Batting average of 0.64. Spread, they're somehow favored. Or I'm sorry, no, they're the underdog. They're the underdog in this game. Doesn't really matter. I don't think underdogs really matter when it comes to baseball. But you've got a WOBA of 106, a weighted runs created of -57. Mishka. Look at against righties, he's batting 211 on the season. All this stuff screams under. This is a lock play for an under. Easy. All right, that's it, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I just wanted to go live, say what's up, let you guys know what we're looking at, show you some of the things with my filters and stuff. I mean, we could do. I had pitcher under for strikeouts. This is how I found the Gallon play. Swinging strikeout percentage low. Guys that, if a guy can't make people miss, he's not going to do it. And a team that doesn't strike out. Easy peasy. Right now, they have a decent chase percentage. That's kind of on the higher side, but they're just not striking out even with that chase percentage. And the fact that it's got the high ROI play just makes me love it even more. But yeah, so that's what I did to go through. You could do similar things. Hits, runs, and RBIs with batters for bases. Similar thing to the hits, runs, and RBIs, in my opinion. But total bases for Jimenez right there. Look what he's done the last couple of games. Going up against Gallon, who we know we're already targeting today. Gives up a high opponent hard hit percentage here versus the starting pitcher. It's giving up 43 hard hit percentage. That means guys are going to get line drives. They're going to get on base. This is another good play. I like that one too. There's so many, guys. Make sure you guys don't neglect the unders. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the fam. Appreciate Pat, Properachi, Python, my guys. Juan, we got Mad Dog. Everybody hopping in here. Hopefully we get some new people in here or the people that are asking me questions on X and stuff about how we go about it, how we use it, what kind of filters we're using, because that's what these videos are for, guys. So take a look at these. Hit the like button on the way out. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Have a wonderful Saturday. Stay blessed. Love you, Python. See you guys.